Okay, no, for the interview, I'll continue with Mrs. Suares,
Okay.
but maybe after that. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure to come here and revive old memories. I want to start this interview by mentioning my association with Air Commodore Suares, more popularly called Sue,
So,
and Philo, his charming wife. It goes back to 1969 when Air Commodore Suares was posted in I think one of the last postings as Director NCC Andhra Pradesh. He used to come for his, as they used to call, bounty flying. And he used to come in Dakota, and I was just then a flight cadet. And that was the first time I saw an Air Commodore, because we were just into service. And you all used to come and drop him off at the aircraft, and the driver used to take you all back. And after 3 hours or 4 hours, you all were back to pick him up. Those were the memories of your husband. Very pleasant, old memories. And then, surprisingly, I don't know how my sister worked it out, that he was going to raise a toast for our marriage in 1977 at the DSOI. That was a moment that we all cherished, and after that, very sadly, that I found that he had almost passed away a few years after that. I lost count of time. But today I've come here to revive those memories of a gentleman who's really done a lot for the Canberra fraternity, or for the Canberras. I won't touch on those because it has been well chronicled, well written. But today I have come to say hello to you and to see how life has been treating you. So I'd like to know, Mrs. Suares, where you were born, bred, schooled?
well, I was born in Chennai, Madras,
Chennai.
which is now Chennai, yes. And my father was in the army. So we were here, there, everywhere with him. Eventually in Kuno. We finished in St. Joseph's Kuno. And I stayed on there, but my father went with this battalion to forward areas and all that. But being the regimental center, they asked us, you know how they do it.
Yes,
They
yes.
give you accommodation, but then. So we stayed on there, and that's when Sue came to Staff College. And we met.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So then when you were married, when, where?
In 54, in Kuno.
In Kannur itself?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So you were doing the course? No, you
He just finished the
just finished Staff College.
Yeah.
So he would have been a squad leader, a young squad leader?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And then after that?
After that, we were posted to air headquarters.
Okay, okay.
There.
Fine. Now, Mrs. Suares, you would have been with your husband at least 25 years of his service life.
Oh, more than that.
More than that. And you would have had several postings.
Yeah.
So give us some accounts of memorable incidents over the years, various places.
But I think the happiest years we spent is 5.5 years in Agra.
Okay. That was when he was commanding the squadron?
He was a
Flight commander.
flight commander, then he was a squadron commander, then he was OC flying.
Okay. So all in one go?
Yeah, then they wanted him to take over the station.
Okay.
But I don't think engineer was in favor of that, a marshal engineer.
Yeah, who was then the station commander?
No, he was chief.
Oh, he was the chief. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
And
So
then-
what rank was your husband? He was a coup, must have been as a wing commander
Yeah, he was a wing commander, and he was due.
for group captain.
Yes.
Okay.
So then Air Marshal engineer I don't think was in favor, though Air Marshal Pinto was.
Eric Pinto.
Yeah,
Eric
yeah.
Pinto.
But anyhow, everything happens for the best.
Everything happened.
So we came to Western Air Command.
Okay.
And,
That was then in Palam. Western Air Command was in
was-
Palam.
Yeah,
Yes.
where it is there now. We were living in Subrata Park.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And what about how has life changed for the present generation of service families? I mean, your time, I remember you all used to live in bashas, in temporary accommodation.
Yeah.
You must be aware of how people are living today. Can you just tell
You
us?
know, I think in our days, though we got little or nothing in salary, we used to wait for the flying bounty. When go and get it, go and get it. And now they get so much, but they don't seem to be happy or relaxed.
I guess so. guess
They
so.
don't have fun. We used to sit in the bar till early hours of the
Yeah.
morning.
Yes,
Then
yes.
they'll go and duck shoot and bring those horrible ducks back. And Mrs. Pushong and Margaret Fernandez, I don't know if you knew her, they was in 12 squadron.
Okay.
We used to sit down at 2 in the morning and clean those ducks and think, we had so much of fun. We didn't have money to splash around. They were quite happy with just a rum and nothing more.
Yes.
And that too, they used to get it from, I think, Jorhat or somewhere.
Where it was much cheaper.
Because it was 5 rupees a bottle at that
Exactly,
time.
exactly.
They couldn't pay 9 rupees in the mess. So packet used to go there and come back.
Correct stuff. Yes, yes,
But
yes.
we had lovely times there. We really had a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I think, as they say, all good things come to an end.
Come to an end.
And I have to now talk about losing Sue. It must have been a sad day knowing a person with such background to have passed away. Just let us briefly
No,
hear about.
he had a heart attack. When he retired.
At what age was he when he passed away? Roughly.
16 years ago. How old was it?
2000 he passed.
2002.
One.
2001.
Yeah.
Okay. So how old would he have been then? Roughly.
I'll tell you.
Now he would have been 94.
Oh, he'll be 94 now.
94.
So that's.
He would have been about
78.
Yeah,
78,
77.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So he ripe old. I
Yeah.
have to say. Okay,
Yeah.
78.
Yeah.
Okay. What actually? He just had a heart attack.
Well, after he retired, and
He worked somewhere, I think.
with British Aerospace,
British Aerospace.
Yeah.
Okay.
he was the administrator there, and we were taking the chairman of British Aerospace to Kashmir. Sue and I were accompanying Lady Pierce and him, what was his name? I can't remember. Anyway, we all went to Kashmir and living on the houseboat, and just suddenly he got a heart attack.
Oh, it happened in Srinagar. The heart
Yeah,
attack.
in Srinagar.
Okay.
And fortunately, I can't remember who was the station commander,
Okay.
but I just called him and said, this is what's
This is
happened.
2000. Now this is 2001.
No,
No, this is
86 he had a
Yeah,
bypass.
80.
Okay. The
85.
first. Okay. 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 80.
In 80.
Okay.
85, 86.
1985.
Because 86 he went to London and had his bypass.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
He did go through some.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Dennis LaFontaine was
The chief.
chief.
Air chief.
And we were very close friends.
Okay.
Very close. So soon as he heard it, the next day he came to Srinagar.
Oh my.
And he made sure that the hospital had everything ready for him. And he brought a doctor from Delhi.
Oh good.
And, he really did everything we could. And then we stayed there till he was able to fly back to Delhi.
Okay.
And in 86, aerospace sent him to London for a bypass,
Okay.
triple bypass.
Triple bypass.
Yeah.
Okay. And
And then he was okay for many years. He played golf every day.
okay.
Every day he was on the golf course. And just towards the end, of course,
Obviously yes.
Yeah.
And how has life changed after Sue passed away? I know you're a big, nice joint family.
Yeah.
Big grand family that you all were.
Yeah.
I've met all of you all. How has
Fortunately-
life changed? I mean, you had to shift. You had to.
it's a different life, it's more quiet. Fortunately, I have so many children and grandchildren. They kept me going all the time.
17 years is a long time. That
It's a
you
long
being-
time,
yes, I
yeah.
know.
But they keep me going.
Okay.
Every time we travel all over.
You have children in Australia. Can you just tell us where?
I have 2 sons in Australia,
Okay.
one daughter in Hong Kong, who's
Okay.
married to an Australian,
Yes.
and the youngest one is in Finland, who's married to a Finn,
Okay.
and Sandra's
Sandra's
here.
here. So
Yeah.
Sandra's the only one with you closest to
Yeah,
you and
yeah.
who looks after you.
Just across
Okay.
the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm with them most of the time, and they all look after me very well.
Good. Good.
They're always worried about me. And if I tell what you call a Bunny and Suzanne and tell them, why are you at home? Why can't you go somewhere? Why aren't you going to the club? Why do you sit alone at home? call your friends, go for lunch, go for a movie. So I said, I'm very happy. Sometimes I have to sit at home. I can't loaf around every day, all the time.
Mrs. Suares, one thing is that being in Delhi, I'm sure you're in touch with a lot of people because a lot of our retired fraternity have settled down in Delhi or Gurgaon. So you must be in touch, especially you're a member, active member of DSOI.
Yeah.
So
I meet all the Air Force friends.
must be. So in fact,
Active, when Sue retired, I worked with Mother Teresa for 3 years
okay,
in Old Delhi.
in Old Delhi.
Yeah, I worked there. Then I was with the Red Cross.
Oh,
We
good.
were 3 Air Force wives and 2 Army wives.
Okay,
We did a lot with the Red Cross
Okay.
again. Then I was with the DCWA, the Delhi Commonwealth Women's Association. Actually,
Okay.
I'm still a member, but I don't go now.
not an active
It's
participant
too far
to commute.
and I don't drive into Delhi
Okay.
now. So I'm giving that up. So now I spend my time just playing cards, visiting friends.
How are you health-wise? I mean, let's talk about your health. Are you able
But so far, touch, except for blood pressure.
to, which all of us have, yes,
Yeah,
all
and
of us.
My knees were done, and
Okay,
both my knees,
both your knees.
both my knees.
So,
but I'm still
Get the
walking
phone.
around and
Okay.
driving around, so,
Okay, okay.
so I'm okay
And
with that.
so we've come almost to the end of the interview. Mrs. Suares, it's a pleasure to speak to you. A few things I like now from the association side. We at the association have tried to infuse a little more life into this
Yeah.
association
But it's
members.
so good that you have this. At
I mean,
least we get to meet
Yeah,
and know what's happening.
Yeah, we,
You know?
I know it is difficult for all of you all to come for our reunions.
Yeah.
Age and, logistic problems and other problems. But I try to interact with you all on a weekly basis and keep
Yes.
you all informed.
Correct.
Tell us how you enjoy the association and also if you have any suggestions for improvement that we can make life a little more interesting for you all.
No, I was thinking
Yes,
that
Sandra?
why don't we all are Canberra brothers and sisters?
Yes.
You
Yes,
know,
Armin?
we have like a donation towards it, and every 3 months or so you publish a paper or a magazine telling us where people are, what is happening,
The only
and we
problem,
can all,
no, it's a good idea, Mrs. Suares, but the only thing I'll say because
it's not
honestly-
work for you.
No, I don't mind doing work. The thing is that I don't get reciprocal messages from 90% of the members.
Oh, that's sad.
There's just 10% people who keep me informed of events,
Yeah.
highs and lows in their lives or other people's lives. But there's no two-way traffic. So I decided now, I went to Hyderabad and we had a reunion over there and I met everybody. And in fact, I got the local people involved. So they came to know one another that who's the Canberraite in
Yeah.
the vicinity. Now, I am thinking of next time when I come to Gurgaon, I've been coming here almost every year. The next time we'll have a reunion in Gurgaon.
Correct.
We are, you'll be surprised, at least 30 officers are here with their wives, there'll be 60. We can have a grand old party every year. So you'll know exactly who are the retired members.
Now, one of Sue's navigators who went with him, Chotu Datta, do you know him?
I think, is
He
he?
was with Sue in 5 Squadron.
Yes,
But
yes.
he lives in Gulmohar Park. He used to,
Yes.
but after coming to Gurgaon, I've lost touch
No,
with
he's KK Datta. I know who you're talking about, and he's written about your
We call
husband.
him Chotu
Yes,
Datta.
yes.
Yeah.
He's, I think he's staying in, yes, you said
Gulmohar Park.
Goldmore Park, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So thank you very much, and Mrs. Suares, and wish you all the
But I'm
best.
so happy to meet you all. Now you can have coffee or tea or
Thank you.
juice.